Good afternoon, 49er fans, 49er faithful, 49er gang. What's happening? Man, I'm still riding high off this win from yesterday. This is Dion, your 49er reporter, back here with another quick video on the injury updates. First things first, definitely please hit the like button, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so I can keep you up to date on any and everything 49ers. So with that being said, I'm gonna get straight into it. I don't have a ton of time. So yesterday we had Dee Ford go down with the hamstring. Uncle Sherm went down with a grade 2 hamstring. He'll miss a few weeks. Weston Richburg, he's still to be determined. We don't know yet. I haven't seen anything out there on what his actual injury is, but it does not look good. So with Dee Ford, he was injury prone when we went ahead and traded for him. We all knew this, so I'm not going to sit up here and make it seem like this is something new or a big deal. Period, point blank. We'll replace him. We'll have Valawaga. Looks like we got Kentavious Street trying to practice to see if we can bring him up off IR and help with the depth on the defensive line. But that's basically what we're going to do and what we've been doing all year. You know, we know he's going to miss games. So you'll probably see Bosa doing the same thing he did before, just bouncing from left to right, you know, trying to do what he can to be able to make up for the fact that, you know, Dee Ford ain't on the field. Am I really impressed by that? I mean, I love the fact that Bosa's doing it, but as far as Ford, I mean, I guess, you know, I feel like we gave up a second-round pick, which we could have used on getting a pass rusher, and then we paid him all this money. But the beauty is we have an out in his contract where we can get out of it and not have to owe him a ton of money and wind up, you know, in salary cap hell because of it. I like Dee Ford. I like what he does. I like his get-off. But once again, man, can you stay healthy? And if you injury prone and you can't even get on the field, there's no point. So for Uncle Sherm, like I said, he'll be out for a couple weeks. The next thing we can do with that is a very simple situation. E-Man gonna come in and do what he got to do. Emmanuel Mosley will come in and take his place. And we're not sure about K'Wan. I think he had a hamstring injury as well. So with K'Wan, it'll be a simple situation of, if he goes down, what you'll see is Akello, Mosley, and you'll see some more DJ Reed. You may even see Jimmy Ward moved into the slot, and then have Antone Exum come up, you know, and start playing as well in the at the safety position, because behind K'Wan, Ward is our best slot guy. But next up on the old list there, Weston Richburg, his replacement, Ben Garland. Now, Garland played with us all preseason, and he was with us all offseason as our center. So there's chemistry amongst a line with him in there at center, calling the plays and taking care of things. So we don't really have to worry too much about that. As far as that's concerned, I think it's just going to be a seamless transition, and we won't have to be too worried about that part on the offensive line. I mean, it's the next man up mentality. That's what we got to do. That's what we're going to continue to do. So then after that, I figured I'd get into a couple of quick things real quick, just something small, as I don't have too much time. I'm on lunch, but I need this video to actually upload, and I have no reception on my floor. I hate that. But I figured I'd jump into a couple of situations, and just one of them is the receivers that we have. So we have literally 4 viable receivers at this present time. We got KB, 27 catches, 318 yards, 5 TDs. Emmanuel Sanders, 28 catches, 407 yards, 3 TDs. Richie James Jr., 6 catches, 165 yards, 1 TD. And Deebo Samuel, 47 catches, 640 yards, and 3 TDs. Dante is hurt. So is Marquise. And Jalen Hurts on IR because of his back. This presents a very, very odd conundrum for us. And the reason I state this is because it sucks that we have all these injuries. Now, next year, I anticipate us cutting Marquise. He's gone. He ain't been there. He's got a lot of family problems, which I hope he gets under control and gets everything, you know, in the right way. I understand that, man. Like, I get it. I'm not stating that you shouldn't take care of your family before football, because you should. But at the same time, football is what takes care of your family, so it's really hard. But for me, what I'm saying is, Keys, go home, take care of your stuff, and then come back to football, man. He's never around, and then when he is around, you sitting on the bench. Like, we brought him there strictly for his speed and that top end speed to be able to take a top off of defense and make them respect us. But you ain't even there doing that. So, sorry. Keys, I say cut him. Period, point blank. And then next thing you know, we got Dante Pettis. It was a waste of a second round pick, guys. It just was. I'm sorry. I don't see anything that's going to be good for him next year. He don't have it in him. He ain't got that dog in him. He's just a chump. He going to always be a little kitty cat. He ain't never going to roar and turn into a lion. I say cut him. I cut bait with the dude. He ain't worth the time. Then the next person we got is Jalen Hurd. Now, he has a major issue because this is his back. So, with a back problem, man, that can go many different ways. I like what I saw from Hurd in that one game that we did see him because, he fought. Him and Debo play the same damn way. They play angry. So, do I like what I saw from him? Yes. I love it. But if he's going to have back problems, that's going to cause problems for us because we're not going to be able to take advantage of his skill set because he's not going to be on the field. So, period, point blank, this is it. We may have to, with the very few picks that we do have, we're going to have to hope that we find gold and strike gold again when it comes to the draft, basically, because we're going to try to make sure that we go ahead and get ourselves a good old lineman. We may need to go ahead and draft ourselves another wideout. And at the same time, we may have to draft ourselves another DB because we only have Sherm for another year. And, it seems like, unfortunately, age is catching up to him a little bit because he keeps getting, the last couple of weeks he's been injured, but I don't count him out because Sherm is Sherm, and I feel like he should be able to do what he needs to do and get back on track. But that's what I'm saying. We need to draft some guys and get some guys taken care of that are going to be, there for a very long time. We still got to find Joe Staley's replacement, and with the way that we play, we're going to be drafting late in the first round. So all of the good linemen and, the top-notch linemen most likely will be gone depending on how teams draft. But I can say this. Next year will be a good year, but this year is going to be a great year because we definitely headed to the Super Bowl. As long as we can keep winning and the Seahawks keep losing, we'll be okay. Now, if we wind up in a situation where we have to have a knockdown, drag-out fight with them at the end of the season in their house of all fucking places, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. But it doesn't mean I don't think we'll still be able to get them going and take over their stadium and do what we need to do and make it happen. So, just saying, when it comes down to all these injuries, I hate them. I hate them all. And it sucks for the people, as men, we like to provide for our families and be the breadwinners and everything like that. At the end of the day, you want my honest opinion? I feel like Ford was a waste. And I feel like Dante was a waste of a pick. And Jerick McKinnon is just a complete flat-out waste and gave him all that money. And I'm guaranteeing you, because Kyle Shanahan just seems to have some kind of little thing for him, they're going to bring his ass back and he's going to sit on the bench again, and they should have cut his ass. I said, look, Dante, you got to go. McKinnon, you got to go. Keys, that's it. That's all I'm saying, guys. But I'll see y'all later, man. I'll be back with a preview for us versus the Falcons. Now, this should be a gimme, but can't sleep on anybody because it'd be that point where they know they ain't got nothing to fight for. They ain't making the playoffs, but they want to ruin our playoff chances like we ruined their shit a few years ago when Navarro Bowman picked that ass off. But y'all stay Niner faithful, stay Niners, stay blessed, man. I'm going to get back to work. Have a good day.